Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for opening the space, for allowing yourself the fullness of your own presence. Allow yourself to sit where you are. You are simply removing veils of distortion as you enter the space that you're in. Simply allow it. Release tension from your body. Release tension from your mind. When you sit, you are simply emptying out your being. You are not adding anything to an identity of you. You are simply releasing the identities which constrict and bind and mask the natural self. Allow yourself to completely let go within the space that you are. Notice how the more that you release, the more that you are held. There is no success in the world that will give you what sitting with your own self will give you. No admiration, no success, no congratulations will give you what emptying your being will give you when you honor it. Every subtle movement, release, detach, continue to abide as awareness. Open your eyes if they have been closed. Thank yourself for being here. Thank yourself for walking your path with vigilance, with honor, with deep love and reverence. It is only the veil of doubt that arises which keeps the separation alive within a being. When separation is seen as a veil, then you allow your Immaculate Being to move in your truth, in your essence, in your highest resonance. You allow your being to move in a restful way that is in harmony with your destiny and with your divine mission upon the planet. Any arising separation that arises within your being, if you choose to not attach to it, if you choose to just see it as an appearance, see it as smoke, then you don't fuel it with your power. You don't fuel it with authority. And when you don't fuel appearances of separation with power and with authority, your unity of being crystallizes within you, reveals itself within you. So, as you deepen upon your path and mature upon your path, allow those appearances that arise to pass through like smoke in the wind without attaching to them. That's what true sincerity and true vigilance is. Because you are the one that is at the seat of your throne. There is not another that is there, controlling what you allow to be inside your holy temple. It is you. So it is you alone that is allowing either separation or allowing unity of being. It is you that is engaging in your devotion or disengaging in your devotion. So, if you ever feel upon your path that you feel so overwhelmed, it's important to see that you are the one who allowed that. You are the one who allowed the overwhelm. The overwhelm will not come to you if you are vigilant within your spirit, and if you see arising identities, and you continue to abide as you are in your immaculate nature. But it is you that is really creating all of it. So you are only tuning in if an adjustment needs to be made. So there's a process of a fine-tuning that's occurring within your consciousness, and that is important upon the path. So within your subtle awareness, in your emptiness of being, in honoring your emptiness of being, what needs to be done? Everything is naturally unfolding. The stress that arises from the mind is the relationship that you created with that aspect of you, which is simply a ghost identity. And the ghost identities become denser in form or in substance when they've been given too much attention. So in order to obliterate those energies, you continue to abide as the self, and you continue to see the illusory nature and the pulling tendency nature of the mind patterns that you have allowed. But just as easily as you have created those separations within your being, you can easily create the relationship with your immaculate nature. Just as easily. It takes the same amount of attention, but within a different direction. That's all. That's it. If you use just as much energy towards the creation of energy or attention, your attention upon your inmost immaculate self, then those energies, those patterns which you have continued to identify with month after month after month, or maybe year after year after year, and you withdraw that energy, and you put it towards your diamond nature. You, the all-seeing one, without distortion, simply abiding in your own self-recognition, then those energies which were once steeped in the relationship you cultivated with them, it's like killing a spider and removing the web at the same time. The whole web gets taken down. Okay, the spider gets killed. All the babies in the sacks get removed of what that web could have created, that web of identity. So that all comes down at once as soon as you remove your attention and you continue to abide. There's an energy that will arise within you at some point. Perhaps you've cleared it, perhaps you haven't, but it is a arising that stems from worthiness. And it's important for the nature of your path and for the crystallization of your being to know that worthiness is not something that can be given. It is not something that can be given through an outside source or a seeming outside source. It cannot be given through an accomplishment. This is why when you see business people, so often nothing can really satisfy them because they're continually seeking to usually gain an outside source of success or accomplishment, but the same thing can arise from someone on their spiritual path as well. So it almost doesn't matter what path it is to be vigilant about the source of worthiness, because as you tune into your being, that energy, the feeling of unworthiness, is not present in emptiness. It's not present. So unworthiness comes from a state of mind, and that state of mind is an identity with a person who is undeserving, so to speak, or unworthy. And so if there's a sense of an individual within you being unworthy, then perhaps you wouldn't allow your own space for your own self-recognition. to take place. So, when unworthiness arises as a mind spell, what is at its core? It will always say something like, you haven't done enough, or you aren't enough. And as you tune into your being, empty of identification with personality, with status, with where you are, and you abide empty, simply empty, then worthiness and unworthiness become almost a ridiculous notion in your vastness of being. Then you don't have to convince yourself that you are worthy. This is why basking in the divine light that you are is of utmost importance. Utmost importance. When you bask in your presence, you bask in the light of God. You bask in the light of all that is. And so, all the problems that most people have within their experiences, you will fly over. You will soar over. You won't have energies which go to feed them. They will stop arising within you because you stopped creating those bonds. All relationships are bonds. If you have beings within your experience, perhaps they create the same kind of relationships for you, just like an arising identity would. Those are all reflections of the identity still arising within you that you have created the relationship with. So allow yourself to sit, to not identify. And as you don't identify, you free yourself from those worlds of illusion and trouble. So let's sit. Allow your being to be light, relaxing your body, allowing your bones and your muscles to drop down to the earth. honoring your stillness. No one is telling you to not be free. Recognize your own freedom. Notice how there's always a subtle choice of where your attention is. If you always choose the highest and abide as awareness, you will continue to relax in deeper and deeper freedom within your being. This is where vigilance is absolutely necessary for your self-realization. Papaji said, "Vigilance until my very last breath." And this key I have received from him. And now this key is here for you to realize within your own being upon your sacred journey. What you honor in this life will honor you in return. But you must honor what you most value in order for the doors to open for you. Notice how peace is fully present within your being. when you honor it. Equally so, chaos is within the being, if that is what you allow. It is a simple choice of attention, a simple choice of vigilance. Any self-judgment present, do not take ownership of it. Do not crystallize it within your being. Observe it from a neutral perspective and release it. Don't identify with it. The kingdom of your being, your own self-realization, waking up within your being. There is nothing more important than this. Every experience you have ever had has been preparing you, transforming you, shedding layers within you. doubt is always one of the last vasanas to go. Don't allow it to enter your field. Just because everyone else doubts themselves. Just because everyone else feels unworthy of their own divinity. That should not stop you. Use your blade often. And keep your temple illumined by the light of dancing Shiva. Allow it fully. Allow it fully. The less you give attention to identity, the more your field will open, the more vast you will become, the more you will allow the space for your own essence to continue revealing itself within you. You are supported by the entire universe for your sacred unfolding. And if even a shred of shame or guilt arise upon the sacred path, know this, that shame and guilt is put on to those who walk the path by those who don't. So do not claim it as your own, because it is not yours to claim. Disidentify and abide as you are. You are allowed to be holy, and you are allowed to be free.